and the intro is hard because you never know when the music's going to stop and the part where we start talking.
Right.
And it gets
because we can't hear it, so you just hope that you're hitting the beat.
You just kind of have to dance along to it. You seem to, I watch it and I see you and you seem to be on beat, which is impressive because what the viewers don't know is that sometimes you can't even hear it.
Can't hear it at all.
You're just going off of vibes.
Gotta go with it. But
Hello.
here we are.
Happy Monday, MTM.
That's right.
And I'm not
And
Drew.
Bree, the not Drew version of
That's right.
the MTM show.
That's right. You know what?
Welcome, Bree.
Thank you. Welcome back, MTM, and welcome Heidi. Producer Heidi is behind the camera and
With the
also
cam.
on camera.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm not Erin.
That's right. So we are filling in today for your original Mayor Tyler Moore crew. So Drew's out of town, Erin's out, and so Heidi and I are taking over. So is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
That's probably a perfect lead into March Madness, right?
That's right.
Why not start with Bree?
That's right. I knew they put us here for a particular reason. March Madness. You're right. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They are always thinking ahead. Well, Mayor Tyler Moore, welcome back. I know that the people are
Great to be
excited to
back.
see you. It was a big weekend here in the Mo.
Oh, gosh.
We have so much to talk about, but I do know that we should thank the people right out of the bat who help us with this
Absolutely.
show. So we do want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Robert Miller and Son Furniture. Robert Miller and Son would like to announce their leap year sale. You can enjoy an incredible 33% off when you choose to pay with cash or check. If you prefer the flexibility of credit, debit, or interest-free financing for up to 5 years, you can enjoy a 29% discount. Additionally, you can get an extra 10% off of all items marked with red clearance tags, making this leap year the perfect time to elevate your home with stunning furniture.
There you go.
That's right. I was just in there last week. They do have stunning furniture. Lots of comfy stuff in there.
I
as
believe
well.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And how
so-
cool. Very fun with the little 29%.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. For they're celebrating. I was in there last week with Joel, and he mentioned that this is their biggest savings, and their biggest savings because it only happens once every 4 years.
There you go. Yes.
So-
Happy belated birthday to all those leapers out there that
Yeah.
had to wait 4 years for an official birthday. So
That's right. Long
fun
time
stuff.
waiting. So happy birthday to all
And
of those
I've never
guys.
talked to one, and maybe you guys probably have, but
I haven't.
So I assume they just get to pick which day they want to celebrate the birthday, either February 28th or March 1st when it's not a leap year.
That's a great question. If somebody knows the answer, please leave it in the comments because I'm also curious. I know
I've
that
never
some
thought of
people
that.
around town were doing some fun stuff with that, like the coterie. I think that they were giving, correct me if I'm wrong, I think like a whole year of burgers to whoever's birthday
No.
fell on. You're saying
Heidi
no.
says
Is that
no.
not right? That's not right,
Heidi says
Heidi.
no.
Heidi
Okay.
says no. Heidi is always coming in with the
Fake
facts.
news.
I'm not sure what exactly it was, but it consisted of bringing your friends to get a free cover on
Free cover for a year. I don't know. We'll
or
call
something
Kyle and
of
ask him
that
later.
situation. But
Maybe I'm extra promoting this. You're welcome, Kyle, for that extra promotion. So anyways, lots of fun stuff happening with that. We were talking about a heck of a weekend that we had here in the Mo.
Absolutely,
What were
especially if you
doing?
like sports.
That's right.
So obviously Kokomo back-to-back sectional win. Congratulations
Mm-hmm.
to the Wildcats. Speaking of Kyle, Kyle's a huge supporter of Kokomo
is.
sports and is always out there. And he was in full force as well to help the Wildcats bring home another sectional victory. And I know it's game on next weekend. They're up against number one Fishers, and they're making both teams drive all the way to
Yeah.
Newcastle.
That's a long drive.
To do it. So good luck to the Wildcats there. Basketball Friday and Saturday. Basketball, the Bobcats start to the season on Sunday, yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Little buzzer beater win.
Yeah, gosh, heck of a game. I was there returning as the MC for the fourth season, so that was exciting.
It's foolish not to have you back part of the fan experience.
It's so much fun. I mean, truly, I know I say it, and you know, they put the little quote out there, tell everybody that I'm coming back, but I really mean it in the quote. Like, there is nothing like the energy at Memorial Stadium or at Memorial Gym. Just the crowd goes wild. Sure. We've talked about it at some of the Bobcats Media Day was last week, and we were talking about not only do the people of Kokomo comment on the fan base and the crowd and Memorial Gym, people in the whole TBL comment on the fans of Kokomo. So shout out to you guys because you guys keep Memorial Gym rocking. And yes, you are right. A buzzer beater win. So exciting.
Cool.
From a returning Bobcat, Trey Mitchell.
Trey Mitchell.
That's right. So he was with us the first season, and then he went and played with Lebanon for a couple of years. But now he's back. So what a great way for Trey to come back to Memorial Gym. So that's awesome. We have Brandon Wood.
Brandon Wood, Kokomo's
Big deal.
own, back, on the team. So
Big deal.
hopefully that'll bring out the Kokomo crowd too to see one of their own playing for the Bobcats.
Yeah, really fun season. There's some familiar faces returning as well, but there's a lot of new people as well. So you guys have to come check it out. Jim was rocking. Got to take my Bob Kittens out there yesterday. My littlest one helped do t-shirt toss last night, so that was a lot of fun. And I'm sure we'll see you out there.
Absolutely.
You'll be out there. I saw Paul Wyman was out there. I think he got one of the shirts from my Bob
Did he?
Kitten.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
He was up front. She couldn't throw. Her arm's not developed yet, so she just a little handover to Paul Wyman there. So
nice handoff.
You're welcome for that, Paul.
But unfortunately, I missed the first game because I was out supporting Shannon Spencer and the local Ainsley's Angels with their 4x4 by 48. So every 4 hours, starting Friday at 7 o'clock, every 4 hours, the group running 4 miles for a total of 48 by the end of the weekend. The last leg of that run, or that little pseudo marathon, if you want to call it that, was the 3 o'clock leg, and so participated in that. And the weather cooperated, so thank you, Mother Nature, for that as well. A little chilly at times starting out, but was gorgeous yesterday. A little windy, but good time by all. Great organization.
That's right. They've been getting lots of attention as well. I've seen them highlighted on some different media platforms. So glad that was a good turnout for them. Like you mentioned, we've been having great weather here in the Mo.
I know.
Beautiful.
I just hope that she's not teasing us. I mean, if something turns, Punxsutawney Phil is going down. Man.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you right now.
He's
Punxsutawney Phil is going down.
He's a little bit of a hated animal around these parts. I know. So we'll see. We'll have to check back in with that guy. Well, what else did you do? What's happening at City Hall? Tell us about that.
City Hall, I mean, taking advantage of the nicer weather. Unfortunately, we're still just filling the potholes with our cold patch, as well as we've got a patching process now as well that we're working in. I get that folks get frustrated, like, why are you throwing Band-Aids on? Let's just go ahead and start repaving. I mean, I wish that we could, because as we've mentioned before on shows before and years before, we're at the mercy of the asphalt plants that gives us the supply that we need in order to start paving. So let's, again, fingers crossed that Mother Nature makes it nice for us, so that the plans we have in place, we can get on it right away in April. But outside of that, just checking departments, getting through spring cleaning, getting ready for a busier spring and early summer, and all hands on deck, still trying to find ways to fill gaps to entice these developers that are waiting to assist us with our housing shortage and housing challenges to start turning some dirt.
Yeah.
Do you know when the asphalt plant usually
The
opens?
1st of April.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually that first week in April, weather permitting.
You know, people do get pretty passionate about potholes around here. Do we still have the pothole hotline?
Pothole hotline,
Okay.
yes, we do. I think, is it 456-747? Heidi's gonna.
Heidi's on it.
You'd think I'd have it memorized, because I even call it, but I've got it's like anything else. You don't memorize your own number because you hit the,
you just
Siri, call pothole hotline.
Exactly.
And it goes. And
well,
so I
people should
apologize
save
for
that under pothole hotline in their phone, so then they can also
you
just
go.
tell Siri, keep it on standby when you're out and about driving around Kokomo. I think that there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house pothole over by TJ Maxx, so I'll just throw that out there.
The pothole.
TJ, that must be in the parking lot.
It's in the parking lot. I know. I just had to throw it out there.
It's because you spend so much time.
It is. I was gonna follow with that as well. So yes, nicer weather, you guys. The potholes are getting filled. Dirt is turning.
I have the hotline.
Oh, she has it.
Okay, it's 765-456-7454.
Oh, I was close. I had it. So
And it's posted in the chat. So anybody who would like to report a pothole, the information is there for you.
Cool.
Since you talked about the weather warming up, I wanted to touch on a couple of things that you mentioned last week. While I wasn't here hosting with you, I did get to watch, and we saw lots of questions you answered about the parks, which again, people are getting very excited because the weather's getting warmer. You mentioned that a lot of the parks are going to be seeing upgrades. Some already have, like Highland Park looks great out there. So for the remaining parks getting updates, ETA on those.
So, and I do have to make a correction on one of them. I know one of the viewers asked about Jackson Morrow Park, because the current playground out there has space on the slide that little ones can kind of sneak through. And I said, new playground equipment was coming to Jackson Morrow. That's on the kind of the second wave of that. We're still focusing on getting the restrooms and splash pad in
Nice.
before the allocation for the playground equipment. So I misspoke ahead of turn on the playground equipment in Jackson Morrow, but still got new stuff coming this summer. So it's,
Perfect.
again, like other things, supplies are still taking a little longer to get in, and so hopefully the playground equipment for Bon Air Park and Mayleg Park will be installed probably June-ish, maybe July. Again, Jackson Morrow, that one may not be for another year because, again, we're still working to get the services there to get bathrooms and a splash pad in.
Which that will be great.
Which will be wonderful.
Yes, that will be
Yep.
awesome. So splash pad is a go. Will we be able to enjoy that this year, you think, or still waiting to?
We're partnering with Indiana American Water because, as some folks know, but many don't, the water that is provided within the city of Kokomo is not a city-owned utility. So it is owned and managed by Indiana American Water. So we need to partner with Indiana American Water, and they approve the designs that we provide. And we had to modify that as we looked at development along pipeline. And so there was a setback on that. But yeah, once they're in and good with the designs that we've submitted for the line that we will partner with them to install, then we'll be ready to roll.
Love it. And do we get a teaser? Do we know like roundabout location of where that might be?
There's not a roundabout going in down there.
No, roundabout location of the splash
Sorry,
pad.
that was-
No more
near,
roundabouts. People might lose it, Mayor.
Yeah, I know, right? Near the sand volleyball courts. So we're going to take
Perfect.
advantage of the parking right there and reduce or minimize the distance that we have to extend the services along Webster from the residential area, and have the bathrooms there as well, close nearby the basketball and sand volleyball courts.
Perfect. That's going to be great. I've been seeing it packed out there recently. Just
Oh, yeah,
love
the
to
weather
see
helps,
it.
yep.
Taking advantage of those new trails. It's great. Love it. Okay. Well, should we clear up anything else about what's happening at City Hall? Anything you want to mention before we hop into Ask the Mayor?
No, I think we're good.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I say
Others
we.
will probably be on questions.
That's right.
hopefully.
We should hop right into it with the Ask the Mayor segment. So coming out of the gate strong here, Community Hospital is ending its contact with the city for 911 calls. They are focusing their staff on transportation. Will one hospital and the current number of firefighters be able to source the whole city? This is anonymous via email.
That is false information. Community Howard is not ending their ambulance service coverage here. What had happened, there was an internal memo, as I understand, to Community Howard explaining, kind of reminding everybody of their policy and procedures, and it included language about their transports because within the community network, the only ambulance trucks are at the Kokomo service, but Community Howard is not ending or terminating their ambulance coverage here in Kokomo. They're not increasing their transports. Ascension is also continuing theirs. I mean, so both hospitals have anywhere from 3 to 4, in some cases even 5, ambulances available during the heightened times of the day. But no, there was misinterpretation of an internal memo that got released externally, and an additional letter or notice being put out. So no, that is false information, and I can assure everyone that Community Howard and Ascension are both committed to continuing to provide the ambulance service that we need here in Kokomo and Howard County and the surrounding area.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we cleared
Fake
that
news.
up then.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys have any questions while we're at it here, you are welcome to put those in the chat. We are monitoring those. Just taking a look. Erin's in the chat. She says that you can't say roundabout in Kokomo. It's like saying Beetlejuice. That and bump out.
But that's right.
Yeah,
Bump out or roundabout.
I apologize.
Yep.
I apologize. I take it back. All right, we're moving along here.
Thank you, Erin.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Let's see. This person says, I'm concerned regarding the number of panhandlers located around the city, specifically specifically those who are set up and standing at 931, the entrance to the Markland Mall at 931, and 931 and Markland Avenue in the median, 931 and Morgan Street, Goyer Road at the entrance of Walmart, Washington, and Markland Ave.
Yes.
Not only is this incredibly dangerous for them, but it's also distracting to drivers. And let's see, and these people have become quite aggressive, as someone knocked on their car window while they were stopped at a light at 931 and Southway Boulevard last week. They say, I'm hoping that you are aware of this problem and that a plan is being put together to stop this nuisance. Thank you. This is Lisa, and she sent us an email.
Yes, so yes, it is both dangerous and unfortunate that they do. Obviously, with patrols out, we only are able to cover areas, and where there are panhandlers, our police officers politely ask them to move along, that they're not supposed to be panhandling in those areas, especially along 931. The unfortunate thing is then they just sometimes move to another area or leave and then come back a few hours later. But because KPD may not be in that area patrolling at any given time when they may come back out, we encourage folks to leave a tip. Either the tip 411, if you have the app on your phone, you can download that or have that on your phone that you can leave a tip about that. You can call the non-emergency number for KPD, or even call 911 indicating it's a non-emergency call, and that there's individuals panhandling or standing there, and they can send a patrol out as soon as they're available. But yes, it's unfortunate. It is a safety concern both for them, but then also especially if they're getting a little aggressive, trying to get people's attention. But if that is the case, we encourage folks to call and report that so that we can get that addressed. As for a plan in place, there's an ordinance that's being prepared and considered to send before council that mirrors ordinances in other communities throughout the state, that addresses not only panhandling, but specifically homeless or individuals sleeping or camping out in public areas, either within the city or along the trails. So we're looking at that as well, but checking with those communities to see how they best police it, or how that's particular ordinance has worked out for them.
Yeah, that's good to know. I know that we get lots of questions about that as well. Lots of questions about, which you've answered several times, about what the city can do to help with the homeless population. But you've answered that several times. So
yeah, and unfortunately, we never know. Nobody knows what the individual's specific circumstance may be. There may be mental issues involved as well. And a lot of times, even though we've got the resources available, either through the Rescue Mission or through CAM or through Family Services Association and such, because there are options, a lot of time those people that are experiencing that don't want to abide by the rules and restrictions in those facilities, which is why they are around the community like they are.
Sure.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys keep those questions rolling in in the live section here. It looks like we do have a couple rolling in. We will get to those. Let's see here. This question comes from Lori on Facebook. She says, why can't we keep the bathrooms open at Foster Park before the season starts?
For part of the reason that we just mentioned. I mean, a lot of times in the colder winter months, I mean, they are used as shelters, which could be a good thing, a good option for those, but at those times as well, they provide unfortunate opportunities for illegal activity, whether it be drug use or drug dealing. I mean, there's the possibility of, if somebody happens to use them and somebody's in there, it's a safety issue. So more times than not, it is specifically for safety reasons, especially this time of year when it's stays darker longer or later in the morning and gets darker earlier in the evenings. It's more of a safety concern and even vandalism for situations like that. But if she's a runner or a biker or something along the trail, a lot of times you can contact the Parks Department and see if there are specific bathrooms that are left open or could be made available if they want to redirect either running or biking patterns to coincide with those. We can look into that possibility, but more times than not, it's because of safety and potential vandalism.
Okay, good to know. Let's see. Ashley on Facebook, she wants to know, when will Indian Heights get roads fixed or at least areas repaired? Almost every road is awful.
There has been some work done down through there, and there is additional work projected through there as well. I mean, especially in a few of the areas after last summer's road work done by NDOT on that bridge where there's a lot of traffic in through there. But I know that there are some areas within Indian Heights that will receive some repaving, possibly even some curb work as well. There's going to be some love given to the park there in the middle of Indian Heights as well. So it's not going to be totally around or all the way around, but they have done an assessment of all the streets, and there are a handful within Indian Heights that will get some love this morning. If there's a specific area that she's talking about, we'd be happy to take a look at that and see if we can move that up the priority list, or it may be even something that is on the list already.
Gotcha. All right. We did have some Facebook Live questions come in. This
good.
one is from Sean Odom. He says, how does one go about applying for a playground and or speed bumps in their neighborhood?
Speed bumps, the engineering department is the one to contact for that. Because of the number of requests that we've got or we've received, we're putting a policy together that would inform citizens of the procedures that would follow, that the kind of buying, it's kind of the same way, almost the same parameters that we set with the 50/50 sidewalk program, is that if particular subdivision or area is requesting the city to consider speed bumps, you need to have a certain percentage of the residents in the specified area or the area requesting to sign on in agreement that they would want them to, because some people don't, because of the possibility of somebody veering off or just the effects that it could cause with snow removal and such. But so there's a process that we're working on for that. But in the meantime, you can still contact the engineering department for them to consider that. As for playgrounds in an area, you can contact the parks department. I know that it would probably depend on the area availability. If there's a common area already, there may have been a pocket park at one point, but a lot of times, there would be a certain amount of area that would need to be considered. I know in small pocket park type of neighborhoods, there's not a desire to add too many of those now just for maintenance and the equipment that folks may want or expect in there. But if there's a particular area, you can let us know, and we'd be happy to consider it. Can't promise it. Again, just with a number of other parks, because I know there are a handful of what we call pocket parks in neighborhoods that don't get a lot of use, and it's additional, maintenance. And so we'd want to kind of take a look at the demographics in there and proximity to other things to see if it would even be an area that would get a lot of use.
Okay, we got that. Lots of people excited about parks
Getting
because
outside,
obviously the weather is it's just been gorgeous. People are getting really excited. So we have another outdoor question. This one, we mentioned that we switched up staffing today. I'm in for Drew, Heidi's in for Aaron, and that's because Aaron's at home with the sick kiddo. So the sick kiddo's actually watching.
Cool.
So she has a question for you.
Oh, good.
Ellie wants to know, when will Kokomo Beach and Coco Go Free Ride open for the year?
Ooh, so Kokomo Beach will not open until after Memorial Day, or no, it'll be Memorial Day weekend. Because obviously the crux of our workers at Kokomo Beach are typically high school and college students, and so they need to be finished with school and available to start manning the beach, and so it'll start by opening a few weekends and then full force after school's out. But then Coco Go Bike Share usually opens the middle of April. So I haven't checked
soon.
the park's Facebook page, but there should be information forthcoming on that indicating when that is available. And again, it'll start out on selected weekends before it's daily, kind of the same reason that the beach isn't, because some of the workers there are part-time workers that are students, either high school or college. And so we need to make sure the workforce is available to make that available to everybody.
I see. Yeah, there
April
it is.
26th.
There you go.
You can bet Heidi's going to have
Heidi's
all
on
the
it, man.
answers,
April
the dates,
26th.
the numbers. Yeah, when I saw that producer cam pop up,
Yep.
I knew Heidi had the answer. Also, speaking of Heidi having the answers, if you guys need any telephone numbers for any of the questions that you've had, Heidi has left all of those in the comment section. So make sure that you scroll through those, you save those in your phone, because like you
Right.
suggested, just like, hey Siri, call the
Yep.
pothole hotline. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom bath at TJ Maxx that I keep driving into. I'm so sorry. My husband wants me to stop popping tires.
Well, unfortunately, in lots,
I
those
know.
are
I
primarily
just
owned
wanted
by
to
the
throw it out
developments,
there.
But we
I
can kind of maybe find a way to
just
urge
throwing-
them to address it.
I was just throwing it out there. All right. I think that we've wrapped that up, except we do have something from Emily on Instagram, and she
good.
left it pretty open-ended here.
Oh, okay.
She just says 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. Oh, and then you guys have to decide what the lie is?
I am so bad
Oh,
at this.
gosh.
What do you have, Mayor?
2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, I
So,
gotta think.
okay.
I know
2 truths and a
Emily's
lie.
the one
I
that's
gotta
always putting you guys on the spot. She's got
know,
like
right?
the crazy questions.
So 2 truths and a lie. My great grandfather was the original proprietor for Moore's Pie Shop here in town.
Okay.
When I was in high school, actually part-time built mattresses for the Holder Mattress here in town.
Okay.
And then in
I'm trying to just feel it out. Give me
college,
one. Yeah.
in college, I was a cheerleader for the sports teams.
Okay, so I know the truth is that you were a cheerleader.
Okay, that's one of them.
I knew that was one of them because it's iconic. I mean,
Sure.
you went from being
I know I did
a
an easy one.
sports cheerleader to like cheerleader of Kokomo, so that's iconic.
Okay.
I want to believe that Moore's Pie is true.
Oh, Heidi, what do you think?
Heidi's a big fan of Moore's Pie, so I feel like she also wants that to be true.
I kind of want to pick the answer that Bree didn't pick.
That's fair.
And say that he built mattresses, because that sounds interesting. Tell us.
Yeah. Spill, Mayor.
Through high school and an early part of college, I worked part-time at Holder Mattress Factory.
You did. Wow.
No, my family has had no ties to Moore Pie Shop, although every family reunion, my mom would get a Moore's Pie and then take it to wherever we were going and tell them that
That was the
ours,
family
yeah.
recipe. If I were
Yeah.
your mom, I would do the same thing. That was very, very smart. Okay. All right.
So there
Emily,
you
that
go.
was good. That was good. I liked that one. All right, Mayor. I say we wrap it up and checking through here. Oh, Drew's on. He says hello.
Hey,
So
hey, Drew.
Yeah, no pressure.
Hopefully
I'm
we've
hosting
made
your
you
show
proud.
here. Yep, hopefully. So yeah, that wraps it up. Of course, now we have to do the dad joke.
Ooh, are you going to?
You know what?
Sometimes
I
Aaron
have-
throws one in.
I have something special for you.
Oh, good.
Because you know, when I get to host the show with you, typically you and Drew, you just do the dad joke. Drew just laughs at it because it's normally a good one. But I also like to do a dad joke. But
Good.
I have not a dad joke, but a very important question, riddle, circumstance. I need you to help us.
Okay.
Okay. Bingo. Right? We got
Yeah,
on
the
the
game?
the game. But
Okay.
are you familiar with the song Bingo? Bingo, and
About the
Bingo
dog?
was his name-o.
Yeah.
Was Bingo the dog or the farmer?
Oh, Bingo was the dog.
But why do you know that?
I think just from the song.
So it says,
There was
yeah, there was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You guys watching.
That needs to be, yeah.
Yeah, leave your answers in the comment
Do you
section.
have to leave the post open for them?
Yeah, I mean,
or
comment
go somewhere
right
else,
now.
'cause,
We have
that's,
to know.
That's a great.
It's been
Holy
bothering.
cow.
Heidi mentioned this earlier, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. And I thought since you're the mayor, you might have an answer. I don't know.
You know what? There's probably a kid's book, and I bet that the way they wrote
probably
it
have
in
the
that it was
kid's
the
book.
dog.
I would
but
assume
that's
it was the dog, but now I'm starting to second guess myself. You know what my
Yeah.
husband said? I asked him this right as I was walking out the door to come here, and he was so quick to answer. His name was Old MacDonald. The farmer's name was Old MacDonald. I said, no, that's a different song. That's E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah, but it could be from the same type of line of thinking. Maybe it was Old MacDonald, and by the way, he also had a dog, and
It's
he
like a
named it
part
Bingo.
two.
Yeah,
It's like when Usher did
it's
Confessions Part 1 and then Confessions Part 2. Any chance I get to make a reference to Usher, I'll take it. So.
There you go.
Erin, the journalism major, has.
Ah,
She said, "Who is the direct object in the song?"
bingo.
The dog.
You know what? Aaron's right. Aaron's always right.
Because
Yeah.
the Bingo was his name,
Yeah.
the dog.
Because it rolls right in. It's not comma
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'll go with Aaron because
Once again,
that
Aaron
was
schools
my
us.
thought too. But man,
it made you
like
think,
deep.
though, right? Yeah, I thought the answer was obvious, and then Heidi spelled it out, and I was like, this is going to ruin my life. I'm never going to sleep again until I know the answer. What are you doing?
Hey Siri, who was Bingo in the song?
It was bingo.
Oh, the wrong,
Gucci
wrong
Mane.
Bingo.
By Gucci Mane.
By Gucci Mane. That's. Sorry. Oh. Wrong bingo.
Drew's never going to let me host the show
Wrong
again. We
bingo.
better wrap it up. What's your dad joke? What's your dad joke? Come on, man.
Well, it was nice as it was this weekend, and because we were in March and St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, my wife's like, let's get the house ready for spring. And so
spring
what did I get down?
What'd you get down?
Our patio furniture.
That's good.
Thanks.
That's really good.
That wasn't an original.
It wasn't an original.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird delivery, so I kind of maybe butchered it.
Well,
Sorry, Drew.
I mean, you did have to deliver it pretty quickly after Gucci Mane was
I know when he was like, something.
was
I
talking
didn't need to-
profanities, and that we almost caught it, but we didn't.
Cancel
so
that.
yeah,
Let me
so
go.
there it is. There you have it, you guys. The Mayor Tyler Moore Show, hosted by none other than me, who is probably going to get a text after this saying hosted by Never You Again. So there it is. There it is.
I doubt it.
Mayor Tyler Moore.
No.
Thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
Bree.
I like to
Always
have
pleasure
the
working with you.
opportunity to, chat with you and, just talk about what's happening in the Mo. So.
Because our hair doesn't get messed up because we don't mess with the headphones.
Exactly. I'm going to call him out right now. The headphones are unnecessary, Drew. I love that you love it, but they're unnecessary. That's it, Kokomo. Happy Monday. Have a good week right here in the Mo. Thanks, MTM.
See you, Kokomo.